Every tank has a predecessor. The Tiger didn't appear out of nowhere, and neither did the Leopard. But the real story of German tanks is not just about machines. It's about how warfare evolved. Today, we'll trace the full evolution of German armor. A 7V. The A7V was Germany's first operational tank in World War I. It was a massive armored vehicle, requiring a crew of up to 18 men to operate. Armed with multiple machine guns and a cannon, it functioned more like a moving fortress than a modern tank. However, despite its size and firepower, only a small number were built. In real combat, it struggled with reliability and mobility. A 7VU, the I-7VU, was an improved design inspired by captured British tanks. It featured a full-track layout, which gave it better trench-crossing ability. But this came at a cost. Its high center of gravity made it unstable, and the design never entered production. As World War I ended, Germany was forced to rethink its entire military strategy. The Leicht tractor was developed in secret to bypass treaty restrictions. It was tested in the Soviet Union, far from international observers. These experiments allowed German engineers to continue developing tank technology. Even when tanks were officially banned, the groundwork was still being laid. The Gross tractor was a heavier experimental design. It focused on improving firepower and mobility for future warfare. Although it never entered production, it played a key role in shaping German tank doctrine. It helped define what future tanks needed to become. Neubaufahrzeug. The Neubaufahrzeug was a multi-turret tank with a complex layout. It looked powerful and intimidating, making it useful for propaganda. In reality, it was slow, unreliable, and difficult to operate. It showed that complexity did not always translate into effectiveness. As World War II began, Germany needed tanks that could fight, not just impress. Panzer I, version A. The Panzer I was originally designed as a training vehicle. It had thin armor and was armed only with machine guns. Despite this, it was rushed into combat during the early war. German forces relied on speed and coordination rather than firepower. Panzer I, version B. The B version improved on the original design. It featured a more powerful engine and better reliability. However, it was still undergunned and vulnerable in combat. It was never meant to fight, but it had to. Panzer II. The Panzer II was a light tank equipped with a 20mm cannon. It was designed as a temporary solution until better tanks were ready. Even so, it became a key vehicle in early blitzkrieg campaigns. Speed and mobility made it effective in fast-moving battles. Panzer III. The Panzer III was designed specifically to fight enemy tanks. It evolved over time with more powerful weapons and improved armor. It became one of Germany's main battle tanks early in the war. However, it eventually struggled against heavier Allied designs. Panzer IV. The Panzer IV was originally built for infantry support. Its early versions fired high-explosive shells to destroy defenses. Later, it was upgraded with a long-barreled gun. This turned it into an effective tank destroyer. It remained in production throughout the entire war. Stug III. The Stug III was a turretless assault gun. It was cheaper and easier to produce than traditional tanks. Despite its simple design, it became highly effective. It was one of the most successful armored vehicles Germany ever built. As the war continued, German tanks became more powerful, but also more complex. Panther. The Panther was designed to counter the Soviet T-34. It featured sloped armor and a powerful high-velocity gun. On paper, it was one of the best tanks of the war. However, early versions suffered from mechanical problems. Tiger I. The Tiger I was one of the most feared tanks of World War II. It was heavily armored and equipped with a powerful 88mm gun. This gun could destroy enemy tanks at long range. On the battlefield, it created fear among Allied crews, but it was also expensive and difficult to maintain. Tiger II. The Tiger II combined heavy armor with sloped design. It was even more powerful than the original Tiger. However, it was extremely heavy and slow. Mechanical issues and fuel consumption limited its effectiveness. Ferdinand/Elephant. The Ferdinand was based on a rejected Tiger design. It had extremely strong frontal armor and a powerful gun, but it lacked mobility and defensive weapons. Without a machine gun, it was vulnerable to infantry attacks. Mouse. The Mouse was the heaviest tank ever built, weighing nearly 190 tons. It was designed as a mobile fortress that could not be destroyed. In theory, it was unstoppable. In reality, it was too heavy to be practical. Only 2 prototypes were ever completed. After the war, German tank design took a completely different direction. Leopard 1. The Leopard 1 focused on mobility rather than armor. Its designers believed no armor could stop modern weapons, so instead, they made the tank fast and agile. It became a standard NATO tank during the Cold War. Leopard 1A4. This version introduced improved fire control systems. It allowed for more accurate targeting at longer distances. These upgrades made the tank more effective in combat. Technology was becoming just as important as armor. KPZ-70. The KPZ-70 was a joint project between Germany and the United States. It featured advanced and experimental technologies. However, it was too complex and expensive. The project was eventually canceled. Leopard 2. The Leopard 2 became one of the most advanced tanks in the world. It combined strong armor, powerful weapons, and high mobility. Unlike earlier designs, it was built for modern warfare. It remains in service in many countries today. Leopard 2A5. This version introduced wedge-shaped turret armor. It significantly improved protection against modern threats. It became one of the most recognizable tank designs. Survivability became a top priority. Leopard 2A7. The Leopard 2A7 features advanced electronics and protection systems. It is designed for modern and urban warfare environments. It represents the latest evolution of the Leopard series, a balance of power, protection, and technology. KF-51 Panther. The KF-51 Panther is a next-generation tank concept. It features a powerful 130mm gun and advanced systems. It is designed to work alongside drones and digital warfare systems. This is not just a tank, it's part of a networked battlefield. From the early experimental machines of World War I to today's advanced battle tanks, German armor has evolved dramatically over the last century. And the next generation may look very different from anything we've seen before.